Hello, people of the internet. My name is Caitlin, also known as Self-Demise, and I would like to warmly welcome you to this month's episode of my video diary series. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. This month, I probably only recorded one thing on my camera, and it's not that I didn't want to record, but it's more like when it came down to it, my camera was dead. There was no SD card, or I just simply forgot it. But that's just how the cards kind of played out this month. I love doing my video diaries, don't get me wrong, but there is a part of me that gets really fixated on the composition and how everything looks when I'm out with my camera. Not saying that I'm recording 24/7 when I'm out with my camera, but when I do have my camera, I am more focused on what it is I'm shooting. It does take away from me truly being present in the moment. Like, it's helped me be present in the moment, I think, because I'm focused and fixated on my surroundings and everything that's happening. But I'm at a place where I'm learning balance in my life, and that is showing itself in all aspects. Friendships, time, work, downtime, playtime. You know, like, I'm trying to find balance in everything. I didn't regret not bringing my camera around this month. Honestly, I feel like I needed it. Videography has been a passion of mine since I was a young child. And then I had this ability to be able to turn it into something more, a paid opportunity, a job, a freelancing job. And while the past few years has been slowly focused on sharpening my videography skills and photography skills, there was some time where there wasn't any jobs coming in with that. No production jobs, no freelance photography or videography. So in that time, I decided to start the video diaries, and not only as a way to continue to practice sharpening my skills with videography and cinematography, but also just to record my life, because I've been doing that since I was little, and I love looking back at where I was and how far I've come. So this month, earlier in the month, the only thing I recorded on my camera was going to a park. Honestly, I will say a lot of this month has been, or I guess maybe even this year if we break it down like that, has been a lot of me fulfilling my inner child, right? This part of me, like, I picture her like 4 to 6 year old Caitlin, and I just remember being so energetic, so full of life, and always trying new things. I wanted to learn piano, so I did. I wanted to learn guitar, so I did. All self-taught, you know. I wanted to draw, so I did. I wanted to make movies, so I did, you know. So I'm doing these things that, you know, help me keep that tether between present me and inner child me. I went to the river earlier this month, and I can't tell you how much I needed that, and I didn't even realize. To get to the river that we floated on, we had to take a bus. And let me tell you, sitting on that bus, like, I was more excited and filled with joy than I had been in a while. It's like, you know, when you're young and you meet one of your parents' friends or something, or even, you know, you're talking to your parents and they're so big and you feel so small. And then you see them again as an adult and they're not as big or tall as you think they were, right? As a kid, that's how I felt on the bus. I was sitting there and I remember how you would make these name tags and put them for where you would sit. And then from there, I love being on the water personally, so that honestly made me feel really good, just floating. And at some point, I even disbanded from my group and just floated by myself because I needed it. And that's another thing that I've touched on in my past video diaries, but haven't really got a chance to talk about, is truly valuing and harnessing my alone time. I'm someone that loves being around people, loves spending time with my close friends and loved ones, but at the same time, I need a break. I need to be in my room and then jump from playing guitar to drawing to video editing to taking photos of like whatever it is. I need that time for myself to regenerate my social battery. On June 24th was my first ever Pride Parade, which was great. You feel the love in the air, you know, you really do. Despite the fucking humidity and the heat, you feel the love, and that was beautiful. That being my first experience going into Pride, I had this expectation that I set for it that I didn't even realize I did until I got there. And it's not like something it's not like an expectation you tell yourself like in words, like I am going to do XYZ or feel XYZ. It's like a expected feeling that I'm expected to feel, right? I don't know how to word it. And it's like I was going about my night waiting on that feeling inside to happen, to feel like I'm on top of the world. But realistically, that just is not possible. Like no thing or person or place can do that for you, can evoke that on top of the world feeling. And so yes, while I was having fun yesterday, I still had that subconscious expectation of how I wanted to feel. And you know what, that's something I specifically did in my past relationships, I will say. And I feel like it's not fair to those people, and it's not fair to yourself either. Because when you hold these expectations, you're so fixated on having them being met and you're not focused on the present. You're holding an expectation on them that they didn't even know you set on them. So that's kind of the wave I've been on, is self-awareness, self-control, even controlling when to say no, when to say yes, for my own betterment. Because all of last year was never saying no, and going out when I shouldn't have, and spending money when I didn't have it. So I'm learning new things about myself every fucking day. I try my hardest to break cycles and start new ones, and that is the whole premise of self-demise. That's why I call myself that, is because I'm breaking down these parts of me. I'm shedding this old skin like a snake, and I am rebirthing as a new and better person every single day. I just don't like sticking to old ways. You know, there's no evolution there. There's no self-growth, and that's boring. I appreciate you tuning in to this little sit-down chat. I am excited for July, and I'm not saying, you know, just don't expect anything out of these video diaries, because I feel like I held that expectation for my own video diaries as well. I was like, I'm gonna film everything every month, but obviously that's not how this month played out, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with doing new and different things. Don't hold expectations. You'll let yourself down. And with that being said, I encourage you to shed your old skin to make room for new, beautiful scales. Thank you so much for making it this far with me in this journey. This is Caitlin. I love you so much. Call me back. Bye-bye.